Alrighty, hello everyone, busygamerdad back again, going to be continuing our session gameplay with our third and final episode of Trash of the Titans. This is a tower defense style game, tactical turn-based RPG for the busy gamer out there. I will have a link for the game should you want to try and take a look at it for yourselves. This game is currently in early access. You can get it for under $10 at the time of recording. So what is this game? Basically, we have 4 playable characters. We have Badger, we have Raccoon, we have Possum, and we have Skunk, and they fall into the standard archetypes of your RPG party, where Badger is our frontliner, big health pool, does more damage as he takes damage. Raccoon is our stealth rogue character. Possum is our archer, and Skunk is our caster. You can, in this game, level up abilities and get new unlocks as you progress through the game, and every run will be different based on RNG. So there's a lot of replayability in this game. There's definitely a lot of fun to be had in this game because it is a challenging game to understand the subtle nuances that you might need to do. We went over that last episode, but in this episode, we're going to be talking about our final thoughts and our closing thoughts as we play out the last few levels here. So the tower defense game operates like this. The rats right here, these are the enemies. They are trying to get our gubbins. They're trying to get the trash, and we need to stop them. The more trash we stop them from getting, the more rewards we get, and the better we upgrade. So that is very, very, very important. We want the upgrades. We go in a block turn format. I have not seen us not go in a block turn format where we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's always Badger, Raccoon, Possum, then Skunk at the end. So be forewarned if that's something where it's like a little bit of annoyance for you. That is a little bit of a pet peeve. You also cannot pick and choose where your characters load into the game. They are just standard. It's maybe RNG as well, but it's just how the game operates. But beyond that, it functions on a standard AP system. We have action points, we have our moves, we have our attacks, we have our abilities, we have MP, we can pivot the screen. So let's get into getting ourselves in position. Unfortunately, my guy here, Badger, he doesn't have the movement, so he's just gonna have to stand right there, and we're gonna have to end his turn. And the game is smart enough to know that. Now from here, this one is gonna be pretty good. So if I do this, if I do vanish, I will gain 2 movement. Unfortunately, that's actually what I want to do. That's what I really want to do, because I'll do movement. I could move here, but it's not going to help me get over to here. I could do that. Yes, actually, that's what I'm going to do. Watch this. Watch this. Use ability, dash. I'm going to dash across the map, and then I can backstab, and I will kill this guy instantly. Nice. Awesome. So vampirism, gains vampirism from tiles. Usability, he can go back invisible. Not going to get hit by anybody. And I'm going to have him block the path. So now this will be a little bit harder for us to try and get... Where's he? He's going to go that way no matter what. Archer or Possum. We need to have Possum. I really want you to get up here. You need to get the high ground. And then I want you to use your ability. I want you to use Entangle. And I want you to use it on them. There. We can use multiple abilities. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to burn through all my MP. And it bounced even more, which is awesome. And that's going to be his turn. Now, Skunk. Skunk is our... She is a powerhouse. She is ridiculous. And I say she, I don't know. They are just awesome. They do so much for our party. This toxic gas ability just decimates, and I love it. So I'm going to drop this right here. And then we have another wave coming in from... Where is it coming in from? It's coming in from right there, so I'm glad I put that there. I wasn't even paying attention. I was not even paying attention. Usability, singularity. Can I affect them? I can. And I will, because I'm going to have them all get drawn. Can I do this? I can, and I will. Pull them this way. Yep, away from there, and then I'm actually gonna have her kill him. Yeah, get the kill shot in there, and then I'll end the turn. And so we can pick that up off the ground and save it so they don't steal it from us. He is a... Oh, it's their first time seeing a caster! Occultist 1, movement, vampirism. What did they just do? They summoned a portal. This portal will summon a demon rat once per turn. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Alright, this is an elite and Sangua. That's vampirism. I can understand that. So, did they actually hit us or did they? No, they didn't actually hit us. If I bash you, knock them back, is that what I want to do? Or do I want to hit them first? I want to hit them first. I want to hit them right there, and then I want to actually bash them right there. Finish them off. That's what I just want to do. And then I'm actually going to here, and I'm going to get the boon, and I'm going to get the trash. So the boon, every time you kill an elite, you get a boon, and you really want them. They're really helpful. Badger. All Badger's MP is converted into HP, and her abilities now cost HP. Ooh, that's not bad, but not necessarily good. Deal your attack damage to any enemy. Deal your attack damage. Oh, he gets opportunity attacks? That's huge. I'm going to take that. That's going to be so awesome for him. This would have been nice for Badger, but they... I mean... yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Let's see here. What do I need to do? They're going to just get eaten away by the poison. So I really don't need to do too much on that side of the fence. So I'm actually just going to end my turn here. You will move here. Attack you. Finish this one off. Perfect. I'm going to have you move up here. And I guess I'll have you vanish again. Just so when the rat comes, we can just destroy it. I don't think we have a way of dealing with this. I don't think we have a way of dealing with this at this point. So I'm just going to have you just kind of chill. Well, do I stand on it? Oh, I break it by standing on it. Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. Okay. And then... yeah, we'll end our turn. We'll end our turn. Alright, archery is your big thing. You don't have anyone you can attack right now, so I'm actually going to have you move over here. You're going to lose the high ground, but the ricochet ability, we just upgraded that last episode, if you didn't see, to now it bounces to 4 enemies, and then it also does passive leg shot, slows them. So, yeah, we just rip everybody apart. And then this guy's going to die at the beginning of his turn. So we're going to end our turn. And skunk, I mean, we actually just want to finish this off, right? Now, do we get bonuses or... yeah, okay, great. We defeated everybody before the next wave came in, so I'm on board with it. Charge 2 now does 4x the distance to the target, so it does 4x damage. Okay. Passive stubborn. When HP delay death until the end of next turn and deal double damage. We rely on the charge to close gaps. That's not a bad idea to get that going. But stubbornness is a passive ability I feel like we might benefit from. We haven't lost anybody yet, but if we do, it would be Badger, because Badger is just like the frontliner. So I'm going to take that one. I'm going to take stubbornness. Now watch, I say that, and then the game's going to actually kill them outright. All right, so now, this is where the upgrades thing. This is what I think this is a really cool mechanic, and I want to talk about this as a plus for the game, a huge plus for the game, my closing thoughts of this game, and that's what Episode 3 is all about for our session gameplays. So, you receive an item, we get to pick a health potion, +1 damage for every vitality. This would be huge, again, on Badger. So, we're going to take that one. This one is not terrible, but I'm going to do this one. All right, so this is how you upgrade characters at the end of every combat. You play Tetris. You play the game to try and get the blocks in the position, and the more rows you break at a certain at a go, the better the upgrade. So really, really awesome. Now, unfortunately for us, these blocks are not going to play nicely. I would have really liked to have something a little bit different happen. I just don't see that happening right now. So if I bring you... I don't want to give the potion to Raccoon. I want to give it to Badger. So how can I make this work? Put this here, put this here. Could put that there. I gotta get something to get a line across here. 2, 2, not really gonna happen. Okay, so let's do this. Oh no, is that how I want to do this? Yeah, I don't really have a choice. I gotta kind of do it this way. There. And then that's gonna break that one. Skunk gets some HP. Okay, so if I do that, that's gonna give it to him. And I don't want that. I don't want that. Alright. I'm gonna drop that right there. Hit that right there. Yep, I know. And then give this to them. I think that's what I want to do. Yep. Yeah, this looks atrocious. I gotta fix this. I'm not very good at Tetris, but that I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I think that's a great thing. So the functions of the game, the design aesthetic for the game, the gameplay itself, everything to me, it's a really good product. I think that this is really awesome. What also makes this a really good product is the fact that it's a good, busy game, because at any time I can choose to go to my menu here and I can abandon the run. I can't do it in combat. I can do it after mealtime, but I can save and quit and come back. So if you have only a limited amount of time, you saw how fast it took us, about 15 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, to get through that first fight section. But you saw that I was, able to get through it pretty quick and pretty fluid, and I was talking. So again, it makes it very easy for the player to enjoy playing the game and to have fun playing the game. All right, so now let's see here. Every damage for every 4 vitality. So yeah, you're gonna hit like a truck. You are gonna hit like a truck, Badger. All right, so let's get you. Actually, what are we going up against? Big rat, blood pack. Damage received by this rat will be split amongst adjacent rats. So that's actually pretty awesome. If we focus on this guy. And then Sasha gain blood pack, 3 tiles. Rats within 3 tiles gain blood pack. Sasha, why? Oh no, this is the one doing it. Oh, okay, so that's the guy doing it. Okay. Alright, so we gotta. So all these rats have a cumulative health pool. Oh, alright, I see. I'm glad I didn't misunderstand that. So, in that vein, Skunk is going to be the one to deal with them. And I'm going to have you focus on these guys over here. Yes. Actually, wait. I want to undo that. Use. Charge. Straight line. In a straight line, dealing damage times 2. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be 10. Do I want? You know what? Let's have some fun with it. Let's see what happens. So that was 12, and it was distributed about. And then, what if I were to knock this guy away? Like, what would happen? Let's find out. And then right there. Okay. And then I can move back into a safe position. I will do that, actually. I will do that. I'm going to move back over here. I'm going to end my turn. Now, where do I want you to go? I think I need you to take out this caster. Or, you know what, I'm going to have you move over here. I'm going to have you deal with these guys. Because you can just one-tap them. Or pretty close. And then use ability. Vanish, because then when they move by you, you'll be able to hit them. Yes. Okay, that's actually really, really nice. No, I don't want to move you. Actually, I'm going to have you move here, just in case this guy moves down. Yes, that's where I want to do that. And then we will end your turn. Alright, you. Is it better for you to move up? Actually, first, use ability, entangle. They can't move, they can't move. So we got the one, and that one's not moving. I want you to use ricochet shot. Hit them. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And then move up to the high ground. And then now skunk. You, where's the, it's coming from that back one. Okay. I want you to hit them up right there. Use this. No. No. Don't go too far down the rabbit hole there. So there was no adjacent mice. I want you to move here. And then I'm going to end my turn. So he didn't loot. Yep, 0 damage because of the shield. Okay, so that one took 20 damage and from the backstab. Okay, and he didn't break stealth. That was what I was curious about. All right, so now I've got to figure out adjacent rats, what this might mean here. Attack you. So that didn't go for him. Bash. Him away. And I'm going to 1, 2, 3. No. If I move here and then charge for 10 damage. Yes. Yep. End round. I want you. Actually, use ability. Dash. Is that going to kill him? It would kill them both. And it doesn't break stealth. So I'm going to capture that. And then I'm going to have him, yeah, attack this guy. Why wouldn't he? And then I can dash again and finish him off. Yes. This guy is just so ridiculously overpowered. If you have mana on this, on Raccoon, you can do so much. You can just fly around the board. So, what I like about this game and my closing thoughts, every single situation is a puzzle. This is, I don't know why they would label it as a tower defense game. I think that's a little bit loose, but it is definitely a roguelike RPG situation where you are trying to find the best situation to handle the waves of incoming enemies. And I have not played a tactical RPG that has that same idea, that does it with this kind of we'll say flair, with the upgrading in between rounds and understanding, synergies between the archetypes and things like that. I would like to see a few more heroes, you to be able to pick the party. If you ever remember playing a game, or we covered it last year, where it was Shardpunk, this reminds me a lot of that kind of game, where you have the RPG style and you're trying to move about the map, but it's not as XCOM heavy. It's 100% hit rate and things like that, whereas Shardpunk was very punishing and very difficult. This seems very user-friendly and very open to mistakes and very open to the options of playing the game on repeat and getting the most OP build you can. So I think that they've done a really good job with that. I think that if they were to do anything to improve upon that formula, it would be simply to allow the player to pick their party, have different archetypes like a paladin class or a something that's like a necromancer class or something along those lines. Beyond that, this I think would be a welcome addition to any busy gamer's library. I think that the opportunities of replay are high. I think that the current $10 price tag is something that won't scare hardly anyone off. There is an opportunity for players to enjoy the experimentation currently in its iteration in early access. So definitely leaning into that that fun and that what's the word I'm looking for? That opportunity for people to know more about the game. Now, as far as we're here, I think we're good. I think we're just gonna bash this guy right there, finish him off. We're gonna move. We're gonna collect this boon, and we're gonna get a free bonus. Poison polyps or -2. I want the -2. I think. Grassfield. Yeah, I want the -2. I think -2 is because we use dash every single opportunity, and that guy's dead. We're gonna end our round. I want you to. I don't think you need to go invisible because it's the backstab isn't gonna help. So I just want you to move to the side, and I want to see. So now, if I do go invisible, I do kill him. Oh, okay. So a flanking strike does kill him. Okay, fair enough. And I can go right back into being invisible again, which is just stupid powerful in my opinion. I'm gonna have you move here. That way, if this guy moves around you, you get the attack of opportunity. Attack. Oh, you just do your ricochet shot. Finish off these two right there, because he's on high. He gets the ability of gravity, the passive right here, where he does more damage if he's above the enemy targets. And I'll just have him stop, and then you just kind of need to just move here, right, and then just hit this person right there, and then poison cloud right there. So end turn, and we win. Nice, and we got all of it again. Sweet. We're the best. We're the best. Shockwave. Singularity 2 does 12 at a radius of 4 shockwave through the ground. Slows all the enemies in line. I want to do shockwave, or I want shockwave. What do we have? We got charge. He doesn't have a distance attack that's like doesn't put him in harm's way. I mean, all units in line are slowed, so what does slow do? Slow reduces one counter to remove each turn. It reduces their movement. Okay. But, I mean, Singularity is such an awesome spell when you couple it with the poison gas. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. Regain 50% of your damage as HP. Plus 4 vitality. Completing a line with this character gains 50% more stats. I mean, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take that one. Alright. And I'm going to give that to you. Because wisdom is for a MP. And since we just got that, so yeah. Alright, so plus 4 wisdom. And then can I complete the row? I can. And I will. Alright, so I'll do this. And then I rotate this to complete the row. Right there. And then they're going to drop down. This is just the attack. I mean, is it better to have it on... Let me store this one. I mean, mobility would be better right? I don't think I can complete the row. We get 2 blocks, though. Jeez. I mean, I don't know what else to do with this. HP? Sure. It's not terrible. And then I'm going to hold on to this one. I'm going to hold on to that one. And then we'll continue on. But yeah, so this was Trash of the Titans. We covered it this week as a Busy Gamer game. I think that it is a really good addition to any Busy Gamer's library because right now I could stop. I can save and quit and come back to it at a later date. The asking price for the early access is not high. It's less than $10, which I think is a pretty fair ask for the game. The only things that I would say to the developers or anyone looking to understand what the game has to offer. So like I said, I can save and quit and I can come back to it. The only thing I would say to the developers is giving the player the ability to make their party have a different option other than the quintessential 4. Have like a necromancer, a paladin, or some other type of character, some gun blaster, some weird trash junk thrower or something like that. I don't know. Enjoy it. Experiment with it. Lean into the aesthetic that you are the, people trying to use the trash for treasure situation. I do like the idea that they're going with, and I do recommend it as a Busy Gamer game. Not all games are going to be fitting for everyone, but I do think that this would be a really good game for the Busy Gamer to sit down with and play for a little bit and then put on a shelf and come back to it at a later date. And there's rinse, repeat. There's definitely some mileage to be had for trying the game multiple runs and seeing what kind of RNG you get for different boons and different builds. This was Busy Gamer Dad talking about Trash of the Titans. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Thank you regardless for taking time out of your busy schedule to take a look at our session gameplay series this week on the Busy Gamer Dad channel. Hope to see you next week where we'll have something brand new to take a look at and see if it's something that will be added to your Busy Gamer library. Later.